Are you addicted to coffee? Would you like to emancipate yourself of this addictive, deadly stimulant? Stay tuned. I'm Professor Spira. I practice something called the Mucus diet healing system. I've done so for over 23 years. I've helped thousands of people transform their lives using the methods found in the great healing system. And today I want to talk a little bit about coffee. Every once in a while I get this question, what about coffee? Can you drink coffee? So in the Mucus diet healing system, Arnold Ehret plainly says that coffee is no good. That's not something that you want to do or use. In that case, they give a recommendation for some, I don't know if they make it anymore, but this old wheat-based coffee alternative or Postum or whatever that stuff was. And I don't recommend that. I think there's some things that we can use these days that's a little better. But let's get into this a little bit. So first of all, we have to put to rest this idea of caffeine being healthy. So there's all these different podcasters and people in the fitness space and the workout bros. You're not required to have some kind of stimulant to feel good in your body. Once you do that, then you're never gonna wanna go back. You're never ever want to have this bitter, because if it wasn't for that feeling, who's gonna drink that? Bitter bean soup.
Oh, that's gross.
But it's an epidemic. It's went crazy. You're not supposed to drink this stuff. Like what ancestors? Coffee is relatively this kind of newer phenomenon. It was just a few little cultures here, and then Europeans found it, and they're like, oh, let's do this, and then it became this worldwide phenomenon. But there's no ancient. That's not like this ancient thing where it's just for everybody around the world. Fruit is ancient for everybody. All humans. All human roads lead back to fruit. Not coffee. Not even dead animal flesh. Fruit. All human roads. So let's take that road. Fruits, green leafy vegetables, clean out your colon, get a juicing habit going. Juice every day. Green juices, fruit juices. That is a much better stimulant than the coffee stimulant or the chocolate stimulant. I guess I'd make a separate video on chocolate. There's the chocolate people. The tea people, same thing. It's like, if you're doing some herbal tea that's no caffeine, that's one thing. Some people will get into green tea as a transitional thing with a little bit of caffeine in there to try to get off of the just hardcore coffee. Do what you need to do. That's the realm of transition. You do what you need to do in terms of transition. But hopefully you understand how I feel about coffee. It's not great. I think it's so damaging to our endocrine system. And it's awful how much it's been normalized and accepted and given to children and so easy to get. I mean, coffee to me, they restrict tobacco where you can't, if you're under 18 or 21 or whatever the age is now. Same thing with alcohol, it's restricted. Coffee should be restricted, definitely. Children have no business anywhere near some coffee. Horrible. It's just, and I know if you're addicted, usually when I'm talking about foods and this kind of stuff, I'm a little more understanding. I might not be as hard. I'm pretty hard on coffee. I don't have as much empathy for it. It's got to go. It's worthless. It's got to go as soon as possible. So I'm putting a little urgency on that where let's go. We don't got time to screw around with this coffee. Let's get off of this mess. And there's no room for it. When you start to change your body, your physiology with the fruits and the green leafy vegetables, fresh green juices, fresh fruit juice, if you need some herbs and some herbology, and I'm talking about stuff like formulas for your endocrine system. Endocrine system, I'm not talking about just smoking herbs or something. Herbology. Before you know it, you get to the other side. Now there's stuff you get the valerian roots, and there's different things you could get into that I think the same herbs that people use to try to help them get off of tobacco could actually help them get off of coffee, potentially, because a lot of that is you need something to just soothe you down. And with the coffee, you have to almost learn how to be relaxed and just and more chill, as opposed to having that cocaine energy where it's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it, So anyway, coffee's bad. If you want to be physiologically liberated, you want to get off of it, let it go. Do your emotional release. We talked about that before. That you likely have some pretty strong emotional ties to the coffee. So as you're letting go of it from a physical level and you're cleaning yourself up, you're also gonna want to do your Sedona method or whatever you're using, and neurolinguistic programming, whatever it is you have, and let go of the emotions that are tying you to that coffee, to that morning, whatever the routine is, whatever the ritual is. You want to attack that with emotional release. Bring that up, let go, you bring it up. It's morning time, you're craving your coffee, and you're like, okay, before I do anything, I'm gonna release on it a few times for 5, 10, 15 minutes of just releasing on these emotions. And when you do it the right way and you know what you're doing, you get to a point where that feeling of wanting that stimulant goes away. You're like, huh, okay, yeah, I wanted it, but I no longer want it. And that's what you wanna do. And that's what this work looks like. This is work. This is work, but it's the most important work that you will ever do in your life. This physiological work, nothing more important than getting yourself together physiologically, transforming your blood, perpetuating a clean bloodline that's not all hopped up on caffeine and dead animal, rotten flesh, dairy. That is the most important work that can be done on this planet. And I thank all of you who are doing this work, who support this channel. If you would go on ahead, give us a like, give us a share. For some other people that might need a little inspiration, a little drive to help get off of the stimulant, get off of the coffee. Very important to do so as soon as possible. Focus on endocrine health if you need to rebuild your endocrine system. If you want to talk with me about that directly and we can really analyze your situation, again, I invite you to join us in the Mucus-free Life membership program. Go down below, click the link, join us. We would love to have you, work with you. You get so much in this program. There's all kinds of resources, Q&A sessions, accountability calls. There's a lot of stuff that's packed into this program, so you will not be disappointed. Go down below, click the link, join us right now. This is about freedom. You do this work so that you can be physiologically free, you can be free body, mind, and spirit, and simultaneously you're cleaning up your bloodline, you're influencing the people around you. You don't have to say a word. It's about what you're doing. And people feel it, they see it. You don't have to say nothing. And you transform and cleanse your environment. You cleanse wherever you're at. Your presence is cleansing. And that's what it's about. You clean your bloodline. So if you end up having children or more children, they're gonna have less latent illnesses than you. Physiologically, they can be stronger if you've cleaned yourself up enough. And that's the path that humanity needs to go down. The path of physiologically liberated children. But it starts with learning how to control what you put in your mouth. And it starts, if you're addicted to coffee, kicking the coffee habit. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, peace, love, and breath. Before you go right here, there's another video that's specifically for you. So click right here, and I'll see you over there.